Remember on a recent episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 8 when Phaedra Parks sat up there and snitched on TV and said that Kandi Burruss and her husband Todd Tucker were holding on to some items of Phaedra's husband Apollo Nida's, you know, the guy who allegedly scammed people out of $1 million or $2 million. Remember, he went to jail for like 8 years or some shit, and Kandi and her husband were holding on to some vehicles in the garage, some ATV and motorcycle or whatever. Well, here's what TMZ had to say about it. Now, for the record, when I saw her snitching, I said, I bet you that shit is going to be seized. And sure enough, it is. So if you want to see that video that I'm talking about where that happened on the show, click the link below, visit my blog. The video's there for you to see. Anyways, TMZ writes, and I quote, "The feds are hot on the trail of Apollo Nida's super expensive ATV and motorcycle, and it's led them to the doorstep of Real Housewives of Atlanta co-star Kandi Burruss. The government is on the hunt for anything of value that Apollo owns, so his victims can be made whole. Apollo owes nearly $2 million in restitution for money laundering and check fraud. As he sits in prison, the feds are looking to seize Apollo's 2014 Ducati and Yamaha Raptor ATV. It looks like he was trying to hide them because they're not at his house. They're tucked away at Kandi's." But Apollo has a problem. Real Housewives of Atlanta aired an episode Sunday where Kandi confessed the wheels were in her garage. We've learned 2 days later, the feds were in court getting an order from a judge allowing them to pay a visit to Kandi and grab the fancy toys. Here's the good news. The feds are fans of Real Housewives. End quote. Anyways, these are some nice quote unquote toys. And TMZ posted a couple of photos. Now, one is an A899 Panigale Ducati motorbike, and the other is a Yamaha Raptor 700R. Wow, these are some beautiful bikes. But anyways, I don't know how much they cost, but wow. You know, I'm sitting there watching the show. I'm like, man. Now, first of all, Phaedra is his wife. Not only is she his wife, she's also a lawyer. And I said, well, why in the world would she say something like that on TV? You know, if anything, that makes her an accessory. If she knew that his shit was in Kandi's garage, though, that's the funny thing about it. Not that she would ever, you know, claim any wrongdoing. You know, not to sound racist or anything, but black women usually have a lot of trouble with claiming that they ever did anything wrong or even said anything wrong. Yeah, and then Kandi's up here, you know, helping out with hiding the shit along with Todd, or allegedly. I'll just say allegedly for legal reasons. This is why I'm marrying a Japanese woman. You see, the Japanese woman would never illegally hide somebody's motorbikes at her house. She would just throw up the peace sign and say, "Shin Shin." Also, the Japanese woman is so wonderful that if somebody came to her house who was going to jail because they stole some money, $2 million or so, and they said, "Hey, can I hide my shit at your house?" She'd take the chopsticks out of her hair and say, "Don't make me poke you in your eyes." Or, "Don't make me use these chopsticks in my hair to pluck your eye out and eat it." But this is all my opinion. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. Guys, if you don't want your house being raided by the feds, go and marry a Japanese woman. The Japanese woman always abides by the law, including the laws of her husband's house. Meat Magazine.